Good morning. Welcome to the operational briefing for the Point and Sites fires. My name is Gwendolyn Ozard. I am the Planning Section Chief for CAL FIRE Incident Management Team 4. Before we begin our briefing, please take a moment and turn your cell phones off and your radios down. If you do need to have a side conversation or take a phone call, please step outside of the briefing area. Please turn to page 1 of your IAP and we will review our incident objectives. Our management objectives remain unchanged. For our control objectives, for the point fire, keep the fire within the current perimeter, and for the sites fire, keep the fire within the current perimeter. Moving on to current situation.
Good morning, Trevin Close Night Operations. Starting with the point fire. Crews continue to seek and destroy, chasing those IR heat signatures on the map. They're going well interior. They are still finding stuff. Crews are backhauling trash. Suppression repair continues, and all hose is pulled on that fire. Moving over to the sites incident. Yesterday, all hose was pulled on the sites incident in all divisions that had hose. The crews that did that did a really good job of getting that done effectively and safely. They continue to do seek and destroy missions, chasing those IR heat signatures, and at 1700, another product came out, and the crews worked well into the evening chasing more heat signatures. Suppression repair is still well staffed. They've got a lot of projects going on, and they got a lot of projects done yesterday. Crews are backhauling trash and identifying suppression repair needs, and that's been helpful because they keep popping up. Be safe out there today, and a report.
Weather.
Good morning, everybody. Mike Seaman, incident meteorologist. I know I've been saying this every day for the last few days, but it's going to continue today, those hot afternoon temperatures. So just stay hydrated. There is a cumulative effect to the heat, so just keep that in mind. We're going to be looking at another day of hot weather. On the points incident, starting out this morning, we do have that marine layer once again in effect. Those RH recoveries above 90%. Once we burn off that marine layer, we're looking for high temperatures in the low to mid 80s today. Humidities will fall down into that 30% range. Winds will generally remain light and terrain driven, so no real weather concerns there outside of the very warm temperatures. Across the sites incident, a little bit warmer, a little bit drier. We're starting out this morning, RH values in the 45 to 55% range. As we lift this morning inversion, we're going to see those values fall down into the 30% range. By early afternoon, we're going to start to put a little bit of wind on the fire, much like we have the last couple of days. The south-southeast winds of 9 to 12 miles an hour. Once we get past 1700, those winds are going to start to pick up a little bit out of the southwest. We'll see some gusts to 20, maybe even 25 miles an hour. So with those lower H's and elevated winds, just be aware of that. Otherwise, the story is really the hot temperatures today. Once we get into the afternoon, looking for highs in the mid-90s across the fire area, maybe even upper 90s down to some of the lower elevations. So just be aware of that. Stay safe, stay hydrated. Details are in your IEP, or see me after the briefing with questions.
Fire behavior.
Good morning, Ross Dollarhide, Fire Behavior Analyst. So starting on the point incident, conditions remain static to what we've seen over the last several days, and we continue to not anticipate any fire behavior on the point incident. So moving on to the sites, it's quite similar to the point. We've now had a prolonged period where we haven't seen any real fire activity, and that's largely through your efforts. So I want to commend you on that. Those of you that were here for IA and early on in the incident, you observed a very dynamic fire environment that was burning actively. So great job there. So with that reaching a point of no fire activity, it's not time for us to wholly shift our focus outside the fire area, but I want you to be abundantly aware of the fuels that are surrounding this incident. They're extremely dry and extremely receptive. It was relayed to me that maybe one of our pieces of equipment inadvertently started a fire yesterday. So suppression repair, plan accordingly, please, with an engine in tow. And those of you that may park off the road in dry grass, just understand that it's extremely receptive still. So with that, good job, everybody, and continue to be safe. Thank you.
Safety.
Good morning, Josh Kitchens, Team 4 Safety. This morning I'd like to talk about the heat and complacency. We've got a couple of long shifts still ahead of us. It's going to be hot out there again. Make sure you monitor your folks. Make sure they're hydrating. Seek shade as needed. And then with the complacency, like I said, a couple more long days out there. It's been a grind. Make sure you guys are keeping the situational awareness. and being active and engaged, but seeing what's around you and being safe about it.
Division assignments and roll call.
Good morning, Robert Wetstein, Cal Fire Incident Management Team 4 Operations. For the point incident, priority today is going to get 100% mop-up. So let's get our crews in there and continue to do the good work, seek and destroy, and follow the IR map, and let's make sure we mop this thing up.
Good morning, Jan Land, Resource Unit Leader for Incident Management Team 4. For Branch 5, we have Justin McGough.
Present.
Trainee Ryan Kenyon.
Here.
Division Alpha Alpha, Christopher Markey.
Here.
Division Delta Delta Juliet, Clint Singleton.
Here.
Division Mike, Dan Bonfonte.
Here.
For Branch 7, we have Ryan Isham.
Here.
Division Romeo, Trainee Brian Garindo.
Here.
Division Zulu, Trainee Shane Lampkin.
Here.
Suppression Repair Branch, Luke Stalker.
Here.
And Deputy Don Pedersen. Suppression Repair Group 1, Mike Watner.
Here.
Suppression Repair Group 2, Anthony Pescatori.
Here.
Suppression Repair Group 3, Trainee Ryan Wimmer.
Here.
Additionally, a staging area has been assigned to the ICP.
All right, priority today for the sites incident, or Division Alpha Alpha. Let's get in there. Let's continue to seek and destroy. Let's look at the IR map, get in there. Let's grid well interior, and let's have that whole north side of the incident buttoned up. Moving on down into the east side, up Grapevine Creek. Fire suppression repair is going to be continuous. We're going to have graders coming from the north and from the south. So everyone that's assigned to Branch 5, let's make sure when we get in there that we're pulling off the road. Let's leave some room for the graders to get in there and do the good work. Moving on into Branch 7, let's continue to seek and destroy. Let's get in there and start gridding, and let's make sure we turn over a good product to the Sonoma-Lake-Napa unit.
Air operations.
Good morning. Greg Bradshaw, Air Operations, CAL FIRE IMT 4. Air Operations continues to support the point and sites incidents out of the 7M helibase located near Middletown. Keeping pace with the rest of the incident, keeping your operational objectives and fiscal responsibility in mind, we have once again reduced our footprint. We have 2 Type 1 aircraft and 2 Type 3 aircraft at 7M to help meet your operational objectives. We continue to have a day rescue, but we no longer have a night rescue available. As a reminder, we are part of your LCES. Everyone on the incident monitor air to ground. Thank you.
Communications.
Good morning, Mike Heffron, Comm Unit Leader, Incident Management Team 4. Please turn to pages 22 and 23 of your IAP. There is no change to the comm unit plan today. We did assign some unassigned tasks for suppression repair, but there is no change. Version 2 is still the correct version. If you're still needing cloning, cloning is available over there. Your group name should have that sites V2 to make sure you have the most complete clone. If you have a legacy radio, you can push and hold the pound button and it will bring up V2 to make sure you have the most current clone. And one last thing from communications today is the reminder that elevation and power are your friends. As you guys are going deep into the black, chasing those smokes, make sure that you have the best opportunity to get out on that radio. So that means if you can't get out on the handhold, try getting out on the mobile. If you can't do it at the bottom of the drainage, try it at the top. Use human repeaters when possible. Thank you. Have a good shift.
Medical.
Steve McGarry, Medical Unit Leader, CAL FIRE Team 4. On page 24 is the 206. Our medical plan is located there. There's no significant changes. We'll continue to support the point fire with Medic 560. And here on the sites fire, we'll have 2 ALS ground ambulances and 2 teams of line medics. And box 6 is the emergency reporting information. Please have that information available and pass it up the chain of command, and we'll get you the closest resource. Thank you.
Information.
Good morning. Jeremy Hollingshead, Public Information. Please turn to page 28 and 29 in your IAP. Just a reminder, we still have those QR codes posted throughout base camp, so if you have any photos or videos of the incident, please scan and upload those to the QR code. Now for some current numbers. The point fire is at 1,207 acres, 90% contained, with 366 personnel. The Sites fire is at 19,195 acres, 48% containment, with 1,953 personnel. Thank you.
Liaison.
Good morning, Dave Pender, Liaison for CAL FIRE Team 4. I just want to remind the Cooperators, agency representatives, and external partners that we're going to continue with our Cooperators meeting in the Atwood building here on base camp, as well as a reminder that if you're unable to make that meeting, we are going to be here all day. If you have any issues, questions, or concerns, come see us in the liaison trailer. Thank you and have a good day.
Sonoma-Lake-Napa line officer.
Good morning, Justin Bengrell. Just wanted to say a few words this morning. Obviously, fire season has arrived. You guys have all made it to LNU once again, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on what your thoughts are. Regardless, we got a lot going on today. Monday morning, some of you going home, some of you are staying. So my messaging is, first, for those of you that are demobbing this morning. Lots of people trying to do lots of things in a short amount of time. Please be patient with the different sections and groups that you work through to try to get you back on the road. We are all diligently trying to serve you to get you out of here in a safe and efficient manner. So please be patient as you're sitting across the desk from those folks. For those of you that are going out on the line, we need you to keep doing what you've been doing for the last 7 days. Continue the hard work safely, and we'll see you back here in the morning. On behalf of myself and the chief, thank you for all your hard work thus far, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
A couple reminders. At the conclusion of briefing, if you are an unassigned resource, please check the DMOB schedule that's posted around the briefing area. If you are not assigned on the IAP, nor are you on the DMOB list, please meet our resource unit leaders at the back of the briefing area, and they'll get you sorted for an assignment. If you are assigned on the IAP at the conclusion of briefing, please go to your division breakouts. They are posted around the briefing area. Our next operational briefing will be at the same time and same place tomorrow morning, so 0700 hours right here. Closing comments, Incident Commander.
All right, good morning. Bob Counts, Incident Commander, IMT4. We've got a couple of more hard days of work in front of us to be able to button this up and turn it back over to the unit. It was mentioned before by safety. I'm going to mention it again because I think it's very important. This is the point in the fire where we start to see complacency. So make sure everything you do today is with safety in mind first and foremost. For some of you, this may be your last shift on the fire, so please demob safely. For those of you leaving today, please make it home to your families safely. And on behalf of CAL FIRE IMT4 and the Sonoma-Lake-Napa unit, thank you very much for all the hard work you've done. Thank you.
That will conclude our operational briefing. For those of you that turned your radios and cell phones off, please turn those on now, and everyone else go to your division breakouts. Thank you.